We used to build rockets as one-way matches, a single ignition, a single arc through the sky, a single splash into the ocean. Starship is different. It is the first attempt to build a fully reusable system big enough to move cities of hardware beyond Earth. Today, it is not carrying people. It is carrying a question. Can deep space flight become routine? On the coast, under floodlights and fog, engineers are rehearsing that answer. Cryogenic tanks are filled and emptied again, not for show, but to push metals to their limits. Valves, pipes, and sensors are watched like heart monitors. A launch pad is not just concrete and steel. It is a life support system for a machine that drinks oceans of propellant in minutes. Every vent of white vapor is a line in a checklist. Pressure, temperature, timing, all learning to agree. The first full flight will not be a perfect mission. It is designed to be a perfect exam. 30-plus engines must ignite without tearing each other apart. A booster the size of a skyscraper must separate cleanly, flip, and find its way back. The ship above must reach orbit, survive the furnace of reentry, and one day descend to land, not once, but over and over again. Success is not crossing space. Success is proving it can be crossed repeatedly. The dangers here are not just explosions. Thermal tiles can crack under tiny changes of temperature. Propellant lines can cavitate, starving engines for fractions of a second. Shock waves can bounce between fins and flaps until metal behaves like glass. Every test is hunting for one thing, the weak link in a chain that will someday stretch from this launch site to other worlds. A rocket that flies once writes a page of history. A rocket that flies 100 times builds an industry. If Starship can launch, land, and launch again with airplane-like rhythm, the cost of reaching orbit collapses. Cargo that was once impossible becomes affordable. Space telescopes the size of cathedrals, planetary bases built in a handful of flights, tankers waiting in orbit like gas stations in the sky. The first real missions may look ordinary. No crowds, no flags planted, just tankers rising and falling, filling depots with fuel. Uncrewed ships delivering cargo to the moon, to deep space gateways, to orbits we have barely used. Before a single human steps onto Martian soil, hundreds of tons of supplies must be waiting there first. Starship's early flights are not a spectacle. They are logistics for a future civilization. In the end, this program is not only testing engines. It is testing an idea that access to space can be abundant, not rare. That leaving Earth's gravity well can someday be as routine as crossing an ocean. That the tools to build cities on other worlds can be launched, landed, and launched again until the extraordinary becomes infrastructure. Right now, under floodlights and coastal winds, the hardware is still learning. Some flights will fail, some will surprise even their builders. But every rehearsal, every engine test, every imperfect arc through the sky is part of a larger construction, the scaffolding of a multi-planet future. If you want to see how far this story goes, stay with us.